boys and girls. Today we are going to be working on 6.1 in our math book. Problem solving, we're going to be modeling division. So before we begin the lesson, I need you to get your Chapter 6 math books. Turn to page 301. You will also need a pencil, and you may grab a scrap piece of paper just in case. So go ahead and pause the video and get those 3 items. Okay, so we're on page 301. Your paper should look like my paper. So we're working on problem solving, story problems. So the first thing that we need to do when we look at story problems is we need to figure out what information from the story problem will help us solve the problem. So let's look at unlock the problem at the top. It says Stacy has 16 flowers. She puts an equal number of flowers in each of 4 vases. How many flowers does Stacy put in each vase? Use the graphic organizer below to solve the problem. So we're actually going to do that for this first problem so you know how to break apart the problem and figure out what is the most important within that problem to help us solve it. So I always like to look at a problem and see what the question is asking us. So before we do this, we're going to just look at this problem because whenever we have problem solving, we're not going to have a graphic organizer like this. So we need to be able to look at the problem and figure out what information is needed in order to solve the problem. So I need to find out how many flowers Stacy puts in each vase, okay? So I know that Stacy has 16 flowers. She only has 16 flowers. She also has 4 vases. So I know that she has 16 flowers. I know that she has 4 vases. And I know that she's going to take those 16 flowers and divide them equally in each vase. And that's what we have to find. We need to find how many flowers does she put in each vase. And there's that word equal, okay? So let's go ahead and look at my graphic organizer. It says, what do I need to find? I need to find the number of blank Stacy puts in each blank. Well, we just talked about that. We need to find the number of what? What do we need to find? The number of flowers. So you're going to write the word flowers on this line. So we need to find the number of flowers she puts in each, right here, how many flowers does Stacy put in each what? Vase. That's what the whole problem is going to be about. We want to know how many flowers Stacy puts in each vase. So what information do I need to use? Well, first of all, I need to know how many flowers does Stacy have. If I look back at my problem, we've already circled it. She has a total of 16 flowers. That's all she has is 16 flowers. And she puts an equal number of flowers in each of blank vases. Well, it told us how many vases she has. How many vases does Stacy have? If you go back to your problem, we know that she has 4 vases. She has 4 vases. Okay, so in order to figure out this problem, it says I'll act out the problem by making equal blank with counters. What do we make when we use counters? We always have, in multiplication and division, we always have equal what? Equal what? Groups. Very good. We always have equal groups. We always have equal groups. Okay, now we figured out everything that we need. Now we're going to be able to figure out how to solve this problem. So we first need to know that we have how many counters. How many counters are we going to need? How many counters are we going to need? Well, boys and girls, counters equals the total number of flowers that Stacy has. How many flowers does she have? 16. So that means we're going to need a total of 16 counters. And we know that we have to make equal groups. And those those groups, we're going to pretend that they're vases. So how many vases or equal groups are we going to have to make? 4. Very good, because she only has 4 vases. So what we have to do, boys and girls, is we have to take our 16 flowers and put 1 flower in each vase until we run out of flowers. So if you look down at the picture below, we have 4 vases, which are 4 groups. Okay, these are vases. We're going to pretend they're vases. And we're going to put 1 flower in each vase until we get to 16. So they started it for us, but what I want you to do is when we count, go ahead and retrace the circle that they did in a dotted line, okay? So we have 16 counters. We're going to go ahead and start putting our 16 flowers in each vase. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have to stop because I got to 16. That's all the flowers that I have. So you have to stop. That's my total. Now, to figure out your answer to your problem, we want to know how many flowers does Stacy put in each vase? Well, how many flowers are in each group? 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many flowers did she put in each vase? 4. So our answer is 4. Now, I'm going to show you a trick that you can check your answer if you want to. So if I would write this problem out to be a division problem, I'm just going to put it right here. I would put 16 divided by 4 equals 4, right? Because in division, my biggest number goes in the front of my problem. So 16 is bigger than 4 and 4. It always goes in the front of your problem. Now, I can check to see if I did this correctly, because multiplication and division go together. So I could work backwards and say 4 times 4 equals 16. And if that statement is true, then I probably have the right answer. Well, is 4 times 4 16? Yeah, it is. So that is correct. We completed the problem correctly. All right.
Go ahead and turn to page 302 now. 302. Okay, so you're going to look at this page and you're going to see that there's no graphic organizer and there's no fill in the blanks. That's because we have to figure it out. So I know you guys can do it, so we're going to go ahead and do this together. So let's look at this problem up top. It says Jamal is at the pet store. He buys 21 dog treats. If he plans to give each dog 3 treats, how many dogs does he feed? Well, just by looking at that information in the problem, let's try to figure out some of our steps so our graphic organizer will be easier to fill out. Well, let's look at the last question. It says, how many dogs does he feed? That's what we're trying to find out. How many dogs does he feed? Well, we don't know. We don't know. But what we do know is that he has a total of 21 dog treats. So he has 21 of these dog treats. And what he's going to do is he's going to give each dog 3 treats. He's going to give each dog 3 treats. So let's go down to our graphic organizer. What do I need to find? Well, boys and girls, that's just the question. Whatever the question is asking you to find, which is how many dogs does he feed? So that's what we need to know. I need to know how many dogs Jamal feeds. So you're going to write that in this box. How many dogs Jamal feeds? Because we don't know that yet. That's what we need to find. How many dogs Jamal feeds? I'll give you a minute to write that.
So if that's what I need to find, I need to figure out what information do I need. Well, the information I need is what's in the problem. It's how I'm going to solve that problem. So what information do I already know in order to solve the problem? Well, I already know that Jamal has 21 dog treats, right? And he plans to give each dog 3 treats. So that's the information I need to know and use in order to solve the problem. So we're going to go ahead and write that. We're going to say Jamal has 21 dog treats and plans to give each dog 3 treats. Okay? So Jamal, go ahead and write this as I'm writing it. Jamal has 21 dog treats. We know that. That's already information I know and I have to use. And we know that he plans to give each dog 3 treats. Right there, boys and girls, is important information, because that information is going to be how we solve that problem. So go ahead and write all of that. Okay, now it says, how am I going to use the information? Well, how am I going to figure out this problem? What do we have to make in order to find out what the problem is, what the answer is? What do we have to do? We have to make what? If you said equal groups, you're absolutely correct. So we have to make equal groups. So we have to make equal groups. We have to make equal groups. Okay, so over here, we're going to solve this problem. We're going to solve the problem. Now, we need to make equal groups. I need to have how many dog treats? 21. And I need to have equal groups of what? 3, because each dog is going to get 3 treats. So we're going to make equal groups. We're going to make 3 groups. We're going to make 3 groups, okay, boys and girls? So go ahead and make 3 groups. Now, we're going to put 1 dog treat in each group until we get to 21. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I have to stop because I'm at 21. I have to stop because that's all the treats I have. So, how many dogs are there? How many dogs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boys and girls, there's 7 dogs. There's 7 dogs that Jamal is going to feed. Okay, there's 7 dogs that Jamal is going to feed. So, how can we check to know if our answer is correct? Well, let's figure out this. We can turn our division sentence, so let's write this into the division sentence. 21 divided by 3 equals what? We just figured it out. 7, okay? I told you on the problem before that we can use multiplication to figure out if our answer is correct, because they're fact families, okay? They're fact families. They're related facts. So let's check. I could do, for a reasonable answer to see if I did this correctly, I could say 7 times 3 equals, well, it's 21. So boys and girls, you did this correctly, okay? Great job. All right, let's move on. Go ahead and turn to page 303. Page 303. Okay, so let's look at page 303. Here we are. It says Marina is having a party. She has 16 cups, and she puts them into 2 equal stacks. How many cups are in each stack? So let's underline what we need to find. What do we need to find? We need to find how many cups are in each stack, right? We know she's having a party, and she has a total of 16 cups, and she puts them into 2 equal stacks. Boys and girls, that clue word equal is going to help us understand that we need to divide. So it says first decide how to act out the problem. We can use counters to represent what? The counters are going to represent what? How many cups we have. Very good. The cups. Fantastic. And we can draw what to represent the stacks? What are we going to draw? We're going to draw circles, okay? Just want you to think this through. And then we're going to draw to find the number of what in each stack? The number of cups. That's what we're trying to figure out. How many cups are in each stack? So here's our 2 equal stacks. And remember, we have a total of 16 cups. So I'm going to put a counter in each one, going back and forth until we get to 16. So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have to stop because I got to 16. So, if you look, I have 2 stacks. How many do I have in each stack? We'll count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 cups in each stack. So there are 2 groups. I have 2 groups, 1 group, 2 groups. And there are 8 counters in each group. So there's 8 cups in each stack. There's 8 cups in each stack. Do you see how we got that, boys and girls? And if I wanted to write a division sentence, I could say 16 cups divided by 2 equal stacks equals 8 in each stack. All right, cups. And let's look at number 3. Go down to number 3. It says at Luke's school party, the children make teams of 5 to play a game. If there are 20 boys and 15 girls, how many teams are there? Well, the first thing we need to do is figure out how many total people are there. So this is going to be a 2-step problem. I have 20 boys and 15 girls. So I need to know how many people that is. So we're going to go ahead and stack and add to find the total number of kids that are playing the game. 0 plus 5 is 5. 2 plus 1 is 3. So I have a total of 35 kids playing this game. And I want to make teams of 5. So I need to find how many teams there are. Boys and girls, I don't even have to draw counters, and here's why. One of my numbers is a 5. I can count by 5s until I get to 35. So let's try it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Well, how many teams are there going to be? 7. There's 7. So there's going to be 7 teams. Okay, let's look at number 4. It says Annie put 20 party hats and 20 balloons on 4 tables. She put an equal number of hats and an equal number of balloons on each table. How many hats and how many balloons did she put on each table? Well, you could do 2 separate problems, okay? Because I need to find how many hats
and how many balloons she put on each table. And if I have 20 party hats and 20 balloons, and there's 4 tables, okay? So I'm going to draw my 4 tables, so go ahead and do this with me. Draw your 4 counters. And let's start with the party hats. Let's start with the party hats. So I'm going to do 1 in each one until I get to 20. I'm putting party hats in each one until I get to 20. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So, how many do we have in each group? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many hats are on each table? 5. There's 5 hats on each table. Now, boys and girls, do you notice something? It's the same number of balloons. I have the same number of balloons. So how many balloons do you think that I put on each table? I don't even have to draw it out because I kind of already did. If I have 20 party hats and it equals 5 hats on each table, and I have 20 balloons, how many balloons do you think are going to be on each table? 5, exactly. 5 balloons on each table. And I spelled balloons wrong. So I have 5 hats and 5 balloons. Very good. Okay, boys and girls, we have a couple more problems we're going to do, and then you can move on to your assessment. So we're on page 304. Let's look at number 5. We're going to look at number 5, and we're going to look at number 8 on this page, okay? You can cross out number 6 if you'd like, and number 7, or you can try to work those out on your own whenever you have time. You can challenge yourself to try to figure out those answers. Okay, so let's look at number 5. It says Sadie's plates came in packages of 5 plates. How many packages of plates did she buy? So it comes in packages of 5 plates. I need to know how many packages of plates she bought. So I have to come over here to my chart, okay, to my frequency table. And we're asking about plates. So here's my item, here's my plates. And I have a number of 30. So she needs a total of 30 plates, right? So I have a total of 30 plates. Boys and girls, I don't even have to draw a picture. Who can tell me why I don't even have to draw a picture? Yeah, because there's a 5. You're so good at counting by 5s, you don't have to draw a picture. So if we count by 5s till we get to 30, we'll find our answer on how many packages of plates she needed to buy. So count by 5s until you get to 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Boys and girls, how many packages of plates did she have to buy? 6. Yeah, she had to buy 6 packages. 6 packages. Great job. Okay, now let's look at number 8. Let's look at number 8. Number 8 says, Miguel gave 2 party favors to each of the children at his party. He gave away 18 party favors. So how many children were at Miguel's party? So boys and girls, we have 2 favors to each child, but he has a total of 18 party favors. So they want us to find how many children were at Miguel's party. So if I have 18 party favors and I gave 2 to each child, let's put them in groups of 2. Because if I circle 2 counters, that's 1 child. Okay? Another one, 2. So go ahead and circle these counters in groups of 2. Circle these counters in groups of 2. Because he gave 2 party favors to each of the children at his party. So how many people went to his party? How many kids went to his party? So count your groups. 1 group, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8, 9. There were 9 children at the party. Okay, there were 9 children at the party. Great job. Okay, you did a fantastic job with problem solving. Remember, when you figure out problem solving questions, you underline the question, the information that they want you to find. And then you go ahead and circle what you already know. Circle what you already know. Remember, when you divide, your biggest number has to go first. So if I was going to look at this, my biggest number, which is 18, 18 divided by 2 equals 9. And because division and multiplication are related, I can check that answer. I could say 9 times 2 equals 18. And that is correct. That is correct. So I have the right answer. Go ahead and you are finished with this lesson. You're going to go ahead and complete the assessment. Please take your time, draw your pictures, underline the question, and circle the information you already know. Great job, boys and girls.